Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Janet Kadow, and today is November 1st, and it is the Day of the Dead, day after Halloween, all that kind of thing. This is a day of honoring the ancestors, but it is also a day of releasing the past and starting anew. In earth based cultures and communities, usually this is the first day of the year for them. So they are celebrating the new year and actually going into the darkest part of the year. But it's a, a different kind of looking at how we renew and work with the earth. So all the crops have been harvested, all the chores have been done. It's time for canning and pickling and preparing for the long winter. And and that's what we're going to, talk a little bit about today, but mostly we are talking about the ancestors. So when we think about the new year, one of the important things to do is to look behind us, look at the year that's already gone, and honor it and respect who we were and the choices we made and all the incredible accomplishments that we did in the past year. And then we begin, once we've honored it and had gratitude for all the things that we went through and how we progressed through the year, then we can embrace the new year and being who we are going to be in this coming year. So as things get a little, darker every day, and that we are sort of shutting down, do some time, reflect a little bit about all the things that you've dealt with and all the accomplishments you've made and all the difficulties you have, and give yourself a lot of honoring and respect, as well as honoring and respect for those who have, been going through hard times in your life. There are a lot of hard times to go around. And when we honor them and we have gratitude for the difficult things that we've been through, then we don't need to rehash them over and over again. It's one of the best ways to end old patterns of dysfunction is to be grateful for what has been. Be grateful for what has been, because what has been has brought you to where you are at. And um, it can be, and then you can release that pattern and start a whole new um, path of your life. So there's that. How is everybody? Thank you so much for coming today. I'm Janet Kadow. We're going to talk to the ancestors, and I'm going to do a little meditation for you to connect in with your ancestors. So if you're not in a place to meditate, that's okay. You can just kind of follow along and listen, but you can always replay this live later. You don't have to do it in the moment. You can pull this up anytime. I would suggest, though, through the fall uh, season, so that you're kind of in tune with the energy of going deeper and connecting in to the past a little bit more, um, that the earth is also going through. Hi, Lisa. So good to see you from San Francisco. What a lovely place to be. Okay, so the ancestors can be many things. So we have basically three lineages that we bring into the world when we're born. We have our DNA lineage. We've got all that pretty much sorted out in the physical world. We understand what our DNA lineage is. And then we have our soul lineage. So people talk about soul families and, having that feeling of soulmates and things like that. That's your That's like your little clan in the heavenly realms. So is your soul family, and usually soul families are like-minded. They have same purpose. So if the soul family are healers, you'll be a healer, or you'll at least have the healing ability. You will have come in with it. If they're uh, lawyers, there's all kind. If they're interested in law, so there's all kind of soul families. Now, people talk about like Christ consciousness as a soul family, and it sort of is, but it's a greater soul family. We have more, just like in a clan. You have the huge clan, the lineage that comes from one ancestor generations back, and then there's many offshoots and many different types or cultures within the clan. So it's kind of like that. So you have your soul family, that lineage you bring in. So whatever that particular interest is or gift is, you're going to bring it in automatically. You don't have to develop it. You don't have to strive for it. You don't have to make it so. It is already within you. Now, the other type of lineage is your star family, and your star family is the family that where you originated. So the theory goes that before we became human beings, we were other kinds of beings in other kinds of advanced civilizations. So we came from whatever galaxy, whatever um, uh, star system or solar system or whatever. And before the Earth was even born, we were born somewhere else. So that kind of gives you the scope of, how ancient it is. We all carry the ancient wisdom of an ancient civilization of higher intelligence. And we can always connect in with that as well. And so our star family can come from this galaxy or another galaxy. Hi, Sita. How wonderful to see you. So, so it can come from, ancient, the beginnings of the universe, or it could be a little newer, whatever. But we have a lineage that links us to a star family. And when we connect in with that lineage, we get more information, not just about who we are as like star seeds, if you want to call it that, but because I think everybody's a star seed, so I don't really understand the term, but we get more information about who we are in that lineage, in the Star Nation's lineage. And that's a little more complicated. It's, and it's not meant to kind of puff you up in an ego way. It's to help you remember who you were in your purest state, in your purest form, in your most advanced form. So that's how, to me, when I talk about the ancestors, I'm talking about a whole scope of beings. Now, when we're talking about DNA ancestors, we're talking about, people who have lived on Earth that you are physically related to, and that their wisdom, their knowledge, and what they offer, what they have been in the world, comes directly from them to you. Now, some of you know your lineage and some of you don't. And so it's good to, when we do a connection with the ancestors, it's really good to do our best to not assume that they're any type of way, that they have, that they're, um, going to be who we've looked up on our ancestry or whatever. Your ancestors are somebody who hold the wisdom of your family, not the dysfunction. Let me put it that way. So you may have plenty of dysfunctional aspects to your lineage, but when we connected with the ancestors, they are healed and whole, and they carry the wisdom of the ages that has been brought down to you. Any questions about ancestors that you want to ask? or understand further. Um, Before we get started, I want you to think about what type of ancestor you would like to meet during this meditation, because I'm going to do kind of a general meditation to connect with the ancestors, but I want you to think about, in your mind, who you would like to most connect with. Is it the wisdom passed down through your DNA, or is it the wisdom passed down through your soul lineage, or the ancient wisdom of your star family? So set that intention now, and we will get started. So I also want you to get to a comfortable place and a comfortable location, and make sure that you're feeling safe to close your eyes, and probably only take about 10 minutes. We don't have a big group today. And if nobody has any questions and stuff, then, we're probably going to end actually kind of early. So let me just see what else I want to say about this. Oh, so what we're going to do is when we do the meditation, we're going to ask for wisdom, for help, for guidance, for whatever you're needing right now, and you're going to get the answer yourself. So I am not the going to be the messenger here. You are. You're going to get the message, and it's going to be great. So messages can come in many forms. So if you feel something, if you're getting a warm feeling or a happy feeling or a physical feeling or whatever you're feeling, that could be an answer. That could be a message. If you're more likely to get visuals, you could get an image or a color, or just an image of something super quick, or kind of maybe seem unusual. Just make note of it and, say thank you. So every time we get a message or every time we connect in, we should always say thank you, whether we got anything at all, because it helps to open the doorway to get more messages later on. It's part of the practice of gaining strength in your connection. So as you are uh, getting ready now, I want you to think about not only what star family you want to connect in with, but also what you want to ask. We're going to ask for help. We're going to ask for a message, and we're going to ask for a gift. That's what we're going to ask in the meditation. So I want you to think about what you want help with. And you don't have to think, obviously, about the message. And you don't have to think about the gift, but just try to think about what gift you want to receive from your ancestors. And it could be the gift of knowledge or anything, or sorry, what help you want from your ancestors. It could be to get knowledge, it could be to get guidance, it could be to get some kind of prediction. I mean, you can ask them if that thing is going to work out, if what you're hoping for is possible. And if not possible, then what's coming in its stead, what's coming later. So anyway, your ancestors work a lot like spirit guides. So if you're already working with your spirit guides, this is very similar. And they're going to give you your message. You may just get the message as a thought. Or you may hear it. You may hear a voice in your head, which a lot of people don't hear voices in their head because it's indicator of some kinds of mental defect. So they don't generally utilize that. I mean, most people would hear their guides if they didn't suppress that ability because of that. But that's okay, because there's more than one way to get a message. So again, it could be a feeling like an emotion or a physical feeling. It could be a thought. It could be a vision, like an image in your head. And a vision, it can be as simple as a color. Or it could be a voice, like you hear it in what I like to call your mind's ear. Okay. All right, folks. I see no questions. No questions? Um, or anything, any thoughts on doing this? Or y'all ready to go? Let's do it. Okay. I really don't like to have the camera on when I do meditation. It's just my own little thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So we're going to set the intention that everything we receive in this meditation serves the highest good and helps you on your path to your highest potential. And we sincerely hold that intention. Okay. So first we're going to invite the guides in, or get centered. So let's get centered, and we do we do centering breaths. I'm trying to remember that. Oh boy. Okay, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Okay. Centering, clearing breath. So that means that's a long, deep breath in your nose and a slowly exhale. Long, deep breath in your nose and slowly exhale. And this opens up your energy field. It gets you centered. Long, deep breath in your nose and slowly exhale. Now do it again, third time. So we always do this cleansing breath 3 times to get you cleared and centered and present for the work we are about to do. Now, when you're done with that, just sit with your eyes closed and breathe gently in and out of your nose. A nice, gentle rhythm of breathing in and out of your nose. So get yourself into a feeling of centeredness, of relaxation, of comfort. Check in with your body to make sure your body is comfortable. Good. And just breathe nice and gently in and out of your nose. Now, we're going to first invite our spirit guides, and only our spirit guides, to surround us with sacred energy. So we're creating sacred space for you to connect with your guides. So we're asking them to, or for you to connect with your ancestors. So we're asking them to come in and surround you with their beautiful heavenly energy, their divine light. And just sit quietly and breathe with that energy. Nice and gentle. We're going to ask them right now to clear any and all energy that does not support you in love. We're going to just release whatever is unnecessary that you might be carrying around. And allow them to lift away any energy that may be a barrier to your communication with the ancestors. And give them thanks for this lovely clearing. Good. Now you may feel it or you may not feel it. Don't worry about it if you don't feel it. It is still happening because you've asked them to do this, therefore they are doing it. Okay? Good. Okay, and now we're going to ask your primary spirit guide, the one who has been with you since birth, who has helped you through all of your life. We're going to ask your primary spirit guide to give you a healing. Anything that needs to be healed right now, we're going to ask your primary spirit guide to just place their hands upon your head or your back or your neck or wherever you need healing, and to heal that space while we're here. Heal you physically, mentally, emotionally. We're going to get a nice boost of energy. Wonderful. And we're going to also ask to create a space of protection. We already asked for sacred space, but we're going to ask for a little more protection in this space so that when we connect with the ancestors, we know we are connecting with the ancestors and only the ancestors. No other energy, entity, or consciousness can enter your field. Breathe gently. Very good. Okay, so now we're here. Just a moment to sit in silence with your eyes closed and think about which group of ancestors you want to connect with. And we're going to ask your guide, and only your guide, whether you can see your guide or hear your guide doesn't matter. We're going to ask your guide, and only your guide, to bring you a representative of that group of ancestors to you. So with your eyes closed, you may imagine what they look like, or you may just get a sense of their presence. So your guide is bringing your representative of your ancestor to you. Just sit a moment with that image or that feeling. Ask your guide to help you connect with your ancestor so that you can communicate. And now we're going to ask your guide, or we're going to ask your ancestor to help you with the problem that you thought of earlier that you would like help with. And see how they respond. If you feel anything or not, that's okay. And now we're going to ask your ancestor to give you a message, what they would like you to know right now. And give them thanks. And now we're going to ask the ancestors to give you a gift. What would they like you to have? We're going to do one more thing, and you can ask the ancestors or a question about the gift they gave you. So, what do the ancestors, what do you want to ask them about the gift that they gave you? Now we're going to give them thanks. You can repeat this meditation anytime you want. Like I said, I think you should do before the solstice, but it's up to you. So now take a breath, and we're going to invite your guide to bring you fully and completely back into body, back into this world, back into the present moment. And take a long breath in your nose and blow it out. We're going to ask your guide to ground you, to reconnect you fully, all the levels of consciousness, to Mother Earth. Long deep breath in and blow it out. And we're going to ask the guides to help you remember everything that has taken place in this meditation. So take a long deep breath in your nose and blow it out. Rub your hands together. Take a drink of water, whatever you need to bring you fully present. You can take a moment to write down the message, the vision, the gift to help you remember what happened. It's good to do that. It grounds it, it makes it real, and it brings it into this world so that it's not lost in the ethers. Okay. If anybody has any comments, they're welcome to share something that they would like to share about their meditation. It's not mandatory, but if you feel like you would like to share it with the others here, I want to let you know that when the video is on replay, I don't replay the chat. So the chat is not replayed. So it won't be on the internet publicly except for right in this moment, which we have 4 viewers. So it's not on blast, really. If anything unusual came up for you, you can always private message me as well. I recommend that you make sure that you're grounded throughout today. It is a very wonky, energetic day. November is like that, or at least November 1st, October 31st. Those days are pretty, feel kind of unstable for empaths. So you want to ask for more grounding if you need it, and the feelings of not being grounded are being clumsy, forgetful, losing track of time, um, uh, what else? Oh, feeling kind of airy-fairy, kind of out of there. Oh, good. Sita, go ahead and go ahead and write it down. And put it in the chat if you'd like. So if you're feeling kind of out of sorts, airy-fairy, ask your guides for more grounding. You can do a grounding meditation, of course. And you can also eat. Eating is a grounding thing. Touching grass is a grounding thing. Bare feet on the grass, it's a little cold, but you do you. And, putting your hands on the floor or the ground will also help. Oh, drinking something hot or drinking something cold will also ground you. Anything that kind of pulls you right back into the body. Pain is very grounding. Tamika. Hi, Tamika, beautiful one. Okay. So, also, I'm willing to stick around and answer some questions from the guides if you'd like. I'm not doing tarot today, but I will answer questions from the guides if you have one. Otherwise, we'll just end early. I know, right? I don't know what to do with myself. Let's see what. Sita, I was under the impression that if you were going to share here, you're probably still writing. So, in the meantime of that, I will share something from my guide very quickly. Yes, you are super late. You missed the whole meditation, Tamika. But you can re listen to it after. So, it does go live. The live recording does go up on my page. You just click the tab that says live. There's tabs, video and live and so forth. Okay. So my guide is suggesting that you focus on renewal. Although the natural world, is going into a moment of darkness and quiet, it is intended to bring renewal. And if you fall in line with that, if you accept that and don't push against the quiet time, if you don't try to fill up every moment, if you allow a moment to embrace the darkness and the unknown, a new way will appear for you, a new path forward, and a new gift that will ignite your world when the light begins to grow again. That's your message from my guide. Okay. Well, any other questions or anything you'd like to share before we go? That's it. You're very welcome, beautiful Tamika. I'm so grateful you guys are here. I know it's not a popular format for live, but I thought it was a good thing to embrace the natural connection that we have to the earth and to our ancestors, um, and to know that we are always nurtured and protected by the earth, no matter what is going on um, in our human world. The natural world will always be there for us. And do your best to remember that the earth is the primary caregiver of life, and she will always care for you. The reason why you're here is because she wants you here. There's nobody on earth that doesn't belong here. We talked about the ancestry of the stars, but the truth is, if you're here, you belong on earth. A lot of us feel like we don't belong, but it's because we don't have, we don't maybe feel the connection to our culture or our families or whatever, but we do belong no matter what. We belong to the earth, and we belong to the sky, and we belong to our ancestors, and we belong to ourselves. So keep that in mind. Okay, Sita. Ancestors back in Indiana last year in a cemetery. I woke up this day last year to a man's voice saying through, which is the only word on the family crest. How cool is that? Wow, Sita. You're something else. You are something else. You could develop that skill. Oof. I want you in training. Yeah. The Hamilton ancestors. The only word on the through. That sounds like somebody is totally done. That is amazing. That is very cool. Okay, Tamika, anything my ancestors would like me to know or practice? Jamaica had a terrible hurricane. That was awful. Oh my God. My family is Jamaican. My grandmother's house was wrecked. Oh, I'm so sorry. It must have been painful. Let me see. Let's see what they have to say. But I suggest you do the little meditation to connect in as well. Um, they are very, excuse me, your Jamaican ancestors are very humorous. They're very lighthearted. And they're the kind of people that say, well, we'll just deal with it tomorrow. We'll rebuild tomorrow, or it will be okay by tomorrow, or tomorrow's, that kind of thing that has incredible optimism with joy attached. I see them smiling like they're very happy. They're not happy about, obviously, the tragedy. Sorry. I want to make sure you understand that, but they bring joy into your life. I see one of your grandmothers, looks like from the 1800s. She's wearing all white, like, the style of the day, but in like white linen. So she's not wearing like angelic robes or anything, but in white. And she's saying, it's okay. It's okay. You need to remember that everything you have done and everything that your family has done is powerful. And the power comes from her. Sounds like someone you'd be related to. She's the source of your power because she stands out too, because she's all in white, and the other ancestors are all in different types of clothes. So no matter what you go through, you have the power to get through it. And the other ancestors will bring the joy, but she brings the strength. You just remember where you came from. That is your power. That is what I get for that. Thank you, Tamika. She's lovely. She's not going to put up with any nonsense either. But she's quite gentle, actually, and lovely. Yes. Oh, cool. I just got to chill. Oh, you have a picture of her all in white. Oh, yes. Don't forget. She won't let you forget it anyway. Okay. If you could be brief, Seat, I'd love to hear why the family crest says through on it. Anna, do you have a question? It cut off. Mhm. And anybody else? I hope you enjoyed the little meditation, and um, I'm just kind of still laughing at Tamika's grandma. Yes, it comes from her. She's all in white. It's not easy to keep things white in Jamaica, I would assume. Anyway, I don't know, 100 years ago. Hmm, interesting. Okay. I'll ask. I'll ask for you, Anna. It's the paternal maternal. It's the paternal maternal. So, your father's mother or her mother, it's that. It may be confusing because it's that. It's not all like the male lineage, just straight back. It goes male, female, female, female. So, all right, ladies and gents, I assume we should get going if there's no more questions. This was super fun. Happy Day of the Dead, Day of the Ancestors. Happy New Year. This is the pagan New Year, as I explained at the beginning. And the most earth based traditions start the new year November 1st or around that time. So it's a good time to get in line with that. Okay, Sita's story about the family crest. Old story about saving English King Charles from an oak tree being sawed through. They said the word through, so his pursuers rode on by. They were given much Scottish land in return. It's one way to do it. All right. Good story, Sita. Very cool. Okay, everybody. Until next time, I don't have a date scheduled yet. I have a busy month, but I would love to hear from you if you want to set an appointment or do anything, get any sessions. Oh, wait, I am going to be doing a class coming up on how to be a medium. I can't be the only one around here that knows the gift. So I want you to think about that. And if you want to get on my email list, please DM me, message me, email me, whatever, to get on my email list, and I'll send you out when the class starts. I think I'm going to start it on the 10th. I've just been having a bit of a whirlwind week, so I haven't been able to get it on my calendar yet. But I think I'm going to start on the 10th, so it's going to be 4 Mondays in a row on the 10th, an hour, but usually about an hour class, and we're going to learn mediumship, how to be a medium. That's the name of the class, and that's what's going to happen. And Tamika's coming, so you want to be there because you want to get to know Tamika even more, like I do. It's going to be really good. It's going to be information dense, but there'll also be a lot of time to practice. FYI, it's going to be fun. Okay, so I'm just asking if there's anything else. I have to ask the guides before I go. You should always do that, by the way. Anytime you connect in with your guides and you ask them a question or you get your answers or whatever, you always ask, is there anything else? Anything else before you go? So I covered the class. You can subscribe to my Substack if you want my articles and so on. I think that's it. I just did a month of everyday videos on TikTok, which I thought was going to kill me. So I don't know if I'm going to do that again, but we'll see. All right, you guys, take care and have a wonderful November. Hope to see you in class, and we'll talk later.